Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honor to the elders of GMS Well. Peace, salutation, like Akim in the four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity. Peace be unto you, and Shalom. This lesson I want to do about sodomites. It's been heavy on my spirit lately. Sodomites are same-sex loving individuals. I'm trying to be politically correct without getting banned. This ain't the old YouTubes in the 2016s, 15s, 14s, where you could say bundle of sticks and all other type of stuff. This is the Rainbow Mafia Coalition will find any reason to delete your videos. All right. So we're going to try to still speak with passion while watching my words. It goes back to where's my sword at? Here it is. Leviticus 19, was that 18? 18 and verse 22. And Genesis 19 is another key chapter. What I say? Leviticus 18 and verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. So God says it's an abomination, highly detestable. All right. And it's not only is it highly detestable, but it's one of those. It's matter of fact, one of the sins, maybe astrology and tarot card and witchcraft and stuff like that, maybe. But other than that, I can't think of any other sin. Well, adultery as well. But even with that, no other sin I can think of where people do it and do it with so much great pride that they feel that they should have rights. All right, a nigga that commit adultery, some might think that it's wrong. Some might sneak and do it, or they feel that it's okay but not get caught, or some might brag that yeah I hit your woman or stuff like that or whatever. So there's a level of pride. They're not asking for rights, you know. These gays are homosexual sodomites. They're asking for rights. And what rights have they been asking for? What rights have they been championing for? They've been fighting for the rights to put, and not necessarily sometimes just rights, but to social engineer kid cartoons having uh, bisexual, homosexual people in it. You see, when you think that homosexuality is fine and it's okay and nothing wrong, and it's nothing is wrong as wrong it is, there's nothing is wrong, no more wrong than a man and a woman being together. It's the same. It's that they're just two of the same genders loving each other. All right. When you take that stance that there's nothing wrong with it, well, then there's nothing wrong with a 40-year-old man dating a 40-year-old man. There's nothing wrong with a 30-year-old man dating another 30-year-old man. Because it's just gay. There's just a sexual orientation. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a 20-year-old man liking another 20-year-old man. There's nothing wrong with a 10-year-old boy liking a 10-year-old boy. And there's nothing wrong with a 5-year-old boy liking a 5-year-old boy. Because if it's okay for a man and a male and a female to like each other at any age, then it should be okay for a gay person of any age to like another gay person. So if it's okay for a little girl to be heterosexual at 5 and watch Disney movies, showing Beauty and the Beast, a man and a woman, well, If that's okay, what's wrong with having a cartoon where there's two men, where there's the Beast and Charles? What's wrong with that? Because remember, gay is okay. Because the moment that you say it's okay, then there's nothing wrong with putting it in cartoons. It's nothing wrong with, I remember we were going to school. I don't know if they still do it. We was taught sex ed. They showed and demonstrated how to put a condom on. They showed us what a woman's bodies look like and everything like that. Now, if it's okay to show safe sex between a man and a woman, then hey, it's okay to show safe sex between a man and a man or a woman and a woman. In fact, you should show safe sex between a man and a man since they spread diseases so much. So kids should be subject to seeing that and watching that. See the problem with thinking it's okay? So either if you truly think it's okay, then all of it's okay. So it's okay to have little gays and cartoon gays two men kissing, right? That's there should be no outrage. Lil Nas X, when he's being introduced to your children as an Old Town Road and everything like that, and then he turns around and he's twerking, acting effeminate, dancing on Satan. What's the problem? There's nothing wrong with being gay, right? So there's nothing that he did that's out of the ordinary or weird. Because you're saying gay is okay. Once you say gay is okay, then all right, some gays are effeminate. Some gay men are effeminate. So some gay men might put on a dress. Some gay men might be masculine. What they call that, down low, having sex with another man. If gay is okay, then how that homosexual decides to express himself is okay. So nothing wrong with a gay, effeminate man putting what UGG boots on, a bonnet on his head, wearing big long lashes, tight leggings. What else do hood rats wear? Cause they all, I'll say this, those trends, they always imitate the absolute worst and ghetto of the culture. They always imitate the absolute worst. You'll see a stud, they'll imitate a man, but they'll imitate the absolute worst of men, the most stereotypical nigga of Tyrone's. That's what they do. So, the Most High has it to where you're not supposed to engage in that, to the cross dressing either. But hey, nothing wrong with being gay, remember? So there's nothing wrong with cross dressing either. So if there's nothing wrong with cross dressing, then that goes for any profession. Should heterosexuals be the only one that are allowed to express themselves in their workforce? So that means a heterosexual man that's masculine and dresses like a man who's a school teacher, that's all right, right? Well, then a homosexual man that dresses like a girl should be no problems, right? And guess what? Some of them actually do. And now because you accepted it, now you feel weird because you said ain't nothing wrong with being gay, and then you see how far they're pushing the envelope, and then all of a sudden you want to draw like, hey, all right, nah, that's too gay. Nope, it was too gay the moment that they was gay. You accept a little bit. The scripture says a little leaven the whole lump. So you allow a little bit of gay in. This is what you get. You get transgender women competing in women's sports, beating the hell out of real women in the Olympics. That's what you get. And you can't say nothing against it Because if you do, you're homophobic. And if you're homophobic, that means deep down you're a closet homosexual. That you want to be gay. And you're what they say, a suppressed homosexual because you acknowledge the evil that you're witnessing. I remember growing up, everybody knew that shit was weird, that shit was off. Now, it's the opposite. If you acknowledge that shit is weird, is off, they look at you like there's something wrong with you. For you understanding that two men kissing is wrong. And it's not, all right, the scripture says, if possible, live peaceable with all men. Now, as a Hebrew Israelite, person in the truth, you do not have the obligation to go around calling every homosexual, hey, yeah, faggot, God's gonna kill you. Nah, that's not necessary. For what? The scripture talks about this is the land of Sodom and Egypt. Shit, you be fighting and arguing with everybody. Be wise as serpents, harmless as a dove. So if you can live peaceable with a homosexual, now no pun intended, as in like actually living, but if you got to work with one, have family members as one, or close friends, or extended family members, or your wife's close brother, or her mom or dad, whatever, and man, you don't need to go and excessively rebuke them. But you do need to. It is wise to set your boundaries. Like, yo, hey, don't think I'm gonna come to your gay wedding. No, no, you know. So you set clear boundaries with them. But the boundaries is basically letting them, keep your distance. But for the most part, if you can't live peaceable with them, then yeah, they can be faggots and hoes and whatever. Because at that point, then you want to make them feel, because the whole point is to make them feel unwelcome. They are supposed to feel unwelcome. That's why you got these churches, businesses. They'll put that LGBT Q T plus IAQA flag out there to let them know, hey, you're accepted here. You have a friend in us. You want to make them feel like they're unwelcome. They're not accepted. Because you make them feel comfortable, they will push the envelope. That's how do you think we got here to this state that we're in right now? When I grew up, a homosexual could still get beat up just for simply being a homosexual. Now you got homosexuality in uh movies. You got Dwayne Wade's son, who he used his son to advocate for little boys getting. I think he got a transit. I don't know. Did he get a trans or did he get boobs? I don't know what the fuck he got. I don't know if it got the bottom surgery. I don't even want to know, to be honest. But they're advocates that, hey, my boy wants to be a girl. And again, if gay is okay, if nothing wrong with being transgender and that, and then having, then why should a little boy be forced to live his life as a boy if he really feels like a girl? Why? Actually, that would be wrong to force that boy to live as a boy. You understand? So you see all of this. You don't get transgender, all this stuff without gay first. Gay is the precursor to all of this stuff that we see. All right, but on that note, I can keep going. I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakudash. Double honors to the elders of GMS rule well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.